Hi everyone, in this video what we are going to do, we are going to combine the three components which we have learned in the previous three videos. Let's start. We have this asteroid image uploaded here already, and we have this uploaded image now appearing on it. And if we see on our canvas, the x position is 300 and the y position is 30. That's why it's appearing at that position. Now we want to make a variable of x position for the asteroid, and since we want to make this asteroid move down from top to bottom, so we need these x and y variables. So we are going to use the 300 position which we have it here, and then again we need to make the variable of y and give it the same value as we have it here in the image as the y position. We are going to replace these variables here in the image function. Once we have done that, our first part of the component is done. Now move on to the second part where we make it move down and then make it reappear from above again. Okay, so this one we have to use our y position of the asteroid, and we are moving it down, let's say by 5, and first test it out, it moves down and then it disappears. Now we have to make it reappear on our screen from the top. Okay, for that we have to make use of our second component, which is the condition. And in the condition we have to tell that the y position, at which y position the asteroid disappears. So at the maximum height, which is 400, we have seen that the asteroid in the y-axis disappeared. So we have to say if asteroid y becomes greater than 400, then what we want it to do, we want it to come back from its original position. So we see y, let's say, is coming back from the 0 position at the top. Okay, once we did that, now let's click on the play button and we can see asteroid disappeared and then reappeared from the top again, but it's appearing from the same position. So let's make use of our x variable of the asteroid, and what we wanted to say, we wanted to have start appearing from random positions in the x-axis. So let's keep it 50, and since the width is 600, so 50 less from 600 is 550. So we do not want it to be crossing out of the canvas, that's why we kept it 50 and 550. Now let's see, so it goes, now it appears from different positions in the x and it's working fine. So the second component of the game is ready now. Now let's move on to the third component. Okay, so the asteroid is working fine. Now we have to go on for the UFO. UFO also got is x and y positions, which we have it here. And since we have our UFO image appearing, now what we need is we just have to go where the image of the UFO is appearing, and we have to now make a condition with which we are able to move using our key controls our UFO right and left. Okay, so let's make the condition. What we wanted to do is we want to use the key is down function, and in which we specify the key which we want to use. So let's say we want to use the left arrow key first. When we are moving towards the left in the x-axis, this position on the left is 0, and when we are moving towards the right is the maximum width of the canvas, which is 600 in this case. Okay, so we want to use the x variable of the UFO, and now what we wanted to do is we want it to move towards the left hand side, which is towards 0. So we are going to minus it, and once we do that, we can move our spaceship towards the left hand side, but we cannot move it towards the right hand side. For that we need another condition. So just we need to copy and paste, and then we have to write inside the key is down function right arrow, and we have to change this minus to plus because it's moving towards the maximum width. And once we do that, I can make my UFO avoid the asteroids with my key controls. Our game is 50% done using the 3 components we have learned so far. In the next video, I will show you how you can do the collision detection. So if the asteroid hits the UFO like this. Thanks for watching.